excited about this episode.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm excited because I don't know anything for once.
I'm excited that you don't know anything as I turn my laptop because I feel like you always know everything. You're the keeper of knowledge in every episode. And this time, Lisa and I are the keepers of the knowledge.
Whitney's more the keeper, but yes. And this is a mini-sode, right?
Yes.
So,
A peep show.
a mini-sode peep show.
A little peep. A little peep of information a little peep of information as an episode.
Yeah.
That's what the Peep show is.
Excited.
Of no promo.
Super excited about what we're going to be talking about today. Feels really timely.
Yeah, very, very timely. And also I love that this is very much like a marketing issue or a marketing choice that we are discussing here. So it's just very like au courant, you know, en vogue, if you will. Yeah.
Oh,
I guess we should also say welcome to No Promo, brought to you by Lisa,
CB,
and Whitney.
TGW Studio Production.
TGW Studio Production, where we talk about media and culture and all things marketing and communications through a queer lens because we're queer creatives and that's what we do.
That's right.
And what are our three main words here that we gasp to? Shocking. Horrifying.
Wait. You gasped and I didn't, but I mimed it. So it was like, as you made the sound.
Yeah. Okay, so last one will be ventriloquism.
Okay. Ready? Horrifying. Shocking. Delightful. Welcome to No Promo. Mini Peep Sode.
Let us know if that looked realistic.
Did that look real?
In the comments.
Chat, did that look real?
Chat.
All right.
Chat, was that real?
So I'm excited. Whitney is amped. And so let's hit us with your best shot.
Let's let her go.
Yeah, just let me.
Hit me.
Go.
Take the leash off. Let me run free. Okay. So it's been a weird Pride Month for Sapphics. You guys know about like the whole JoJo Siwa thing so far. Like what kind of came before this Fletcher thing is the JoJo Siwa thing of JoJo coming out as not a lesbian after like finding love with a man on Big Brother. I'm not super in the know on that story. That's like about it. That's what I know.
Yeah. I only know stuff against my will about JoJo Siwa.
No, that's anything JoJo Siwa is like against my will. However, there was that. And now the artist formerly known as Fletcher, I don't know, she's been signing her name as Carrie. So it might be like a Kanye, yay situation on our hands. But Fletcher is dating a man.
Okay.
And Walla TikTok is very upset about it. Very upset about it. But not necessarily, I just hit my mic. That really sounded nice. Not necessarily because she is dating a man. I mean, I'm sure there's like a sub demo of people who are just angry just because of that. But I think for the fair majority, it's because of everything else around this, the context around Fletcher dating a man. And when she decided to disclose this during Pride Month, hard launch, this really, well, I'll get into it.
I don't know who Fletcher is. What?
You don't even, wait, you have no concept?
No.
Wait, okay, hang on. Oh, that's not the image. Does this woman look familiar to you?
No, I've only seen people upset about Fletcher.
That
recently,
sounds about right.
But I don't know this woman. I've never seen this woman in my life.
Really?
No. Can you sing me a Fletcher?
I know she's thinking that she found herself a winner. I know you on the counter right before you cooked her dinner. Yeah, I know you think about me when you kiss her. Do you know the song?
No, I'm just
okay. So that's just so you're just parroting. That's fine.
Yeah, I just wanted to back.
Okay, no, thank you. I appreciate it because I was feeling lonely in that. So that doesn't ring a bell.
No.
Well, I mean, so I know.
You know?
Just from like a cultural standpoint, I know of Fletcher. I never listened to her music. But yeah, she's always been on the periphery for me.
Is she like, when did she come out with music?
My understanding.
Like, what is her target demo?
The target demo is sapphic women and people.
That's the big piece of it. I mean, there's many chunks of interesting aspects about this, but like that's kind of been her brand, right? And we're going to talk about that. Very
much. And it's worth noting, and in all fairness to her, she has never labeled herself probably intentionally. I don't know, but she's not, a self-identified lesbian. So in the sense, like when it comes to her dating a man, again, that's not like the problem. That's not like the betrayal here. The betrayal. But let me rewind for a second. So basically she built her music career around her sapphic identity and her relationships with women. Most notably Shannon Beveridge, who is a YouTuber, podcaster, influencer.
Beveridge. Last name real?
Yes, but not spelled like the beverage we have here. If you're watching on YouTube, Beveridge, Beveridge. Are you doing it again? I just thought you needed backup. I'm fine,
CB gets to clown around. Doesn't usually get a chance to.
I can't let go. I need to be the keeper of the knowledge.
I feel like this is because for once CB is not the one in the serious seat with the laptop and the research. That's so now you're just clowning around.
I can confirm that's exactly what's going on.
I just have never heard of any of these people.
No, I know, and it's all kind of funny.
I'm sure it's relevant because I've seen, like I said, people be upset lately about this.
People are very upset. Fletcher is also known for very chaotic and like borderline villainous PR cycles around her albums where she just like leaves this carnage in the wake of her promotion, because a lot of it, like the Becky's So Hot song drama, does this ring any bells? Wow.
I'm so out of the loop.
Wow. It's okay. I feel like I'm talking to like a straight man.
I think I probably, in terms of culture, am closer to a straight man because if I don't like sports.
You don't like sports?
I don't,
okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, so there was all of that. And a lot of what Fletcher has done has just been very like antagonistic and impacted people's real lives. And so there's been controversy around her. Nevertheless, she's got a very big fan base and a lot of people love her. But now, after being mostly MIA for the better part of like the last year, which was mysterious and everyone was kind of like, where did she go? She resurfaces on social media with a new song during Pride Month called Boy, about a boy, about this man, this boy, man, child. Yeah. We need some clarity on his age, I guess.
38.
38?
Yeah.
Wait. The boy is 38 years old?
Yeah.
I don't think you can call that boy anymore.
The boy is 38. And I think, so there's the timing, right? Let's dive into the marketing here. There's the timing, which is clearly so intentional that she would do this during Pride Month because, she knows what she's doing. And I think that's part of what makes people, myself included, so frustrated is that she knows exactly what she's doing every step of the way. She's like 31 years old. She's not, like JoJo Siwa, I give a little grace because she's 21, I think. She's like been a kind of a kid this whole time. Fletcher knows what she's doing and her marketing people know. So, as people across the country in the queer community are losing their rights, having their rights on the chopping block, this is when she decides to hard launch her heteronormative relationship. But it gets worse because, again, that might not be the worst thing. It's not. CB, this means nothing to you because you're not familiar with her, but Fletcher is known for her very edgy, very queer aesthetic. I'll show you two images. So this is the original image I showed you when she was doing sapphic things. Okay. And this is now.
Whoa. That looks like Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
Even though I also don't know her really at all. But I've seen pictures.
Just a reference to someone else that
Yeah.
doesn't.
That's the thumbnail or whatever for the new song, right? The
It
new
is.
single.
And
Yeah.
she's very like natural woman.
Yes.
Like I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm in the field.
I'm sorry.
Wearing my
And maybe you're going to
sundress.
go here with this, Whitney, with this conversation, but this is just giving all right pipeline. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, it's giving trad wife.
Trad wife.
It's absolutely giving trad wife and yes, and I will get to that
Okay.
because again, she went from this really edgy look. She had like, the striking red hair on top and then the bleach blonde on the bottom and the blue metallic eyeshadow and color. And there was so much to her image. And now it's just like this muted, natural, whatever that means, like trad wife, lacy florals in a field vibe.
Okay.
It feels very much like she has cleansed herself, quote unquote, of the queerness that was her identity and her imagery. She literally wiped her Instagram prior to releasing this.
All of her channels, I believe.
Is it TikTok as well? I didn't look at TikTok.
That's what I heard. I didn't double check though. But yeah.
I think a lot of stuff has been wiped. And, again, in this new music video for Boy, we see her running through a field in lacy florals, more natural everything. And all the promo around the single suggests that like, this is the real her. This is the authentic her. She's finally being herself and she hopes that we accept her. The lyrics talk about how she's been hiding out in Northern California, quote, where no one knows who she was before and they won't judge her in the morning. It's reading like a queer, a coming out song, but
it's a straight pride song.
This is
that's it.
straight washing. Yeah.
Straight washing,
Yeah.
which the only other time that I can think of it, and it's actually an uncanny resemblance parallel, is when Miley Cyrus went through her Malibu era, where she did the same thing. She had been Freaky Miley with the twerking and all that. And then she was like wearing white dresses and the long natural hair and, very, very similar imagery in the branding to what we're seeing with Fletcher. And she was with Liam Hemsworth at the time. And it was just all very, like, I'm free. This is me.
Yeah.
She, in an Instagram post, Fletcher referenced her new relationship with the boy as, quote, an act of liberation. Just let that one sink in. An act of liberation, which is obviously irking queer fans. I mean, not irking is like gentle. It's outraging. It's outraging people because it's ridiculous, obviously, to suggest that a heteronormative relationship is anything but
Is persecuted in some way.
Right.
Yeah.
She and I know where she thinks that she's like, where maybe she was trying to come from with this, like because of biphobia and everything, where it's like if a bi woman is with a man, it can like there can be some unfair like biphobia, right? Just biphobia in general and like judgment in that way, but it's like not the point in this case. That's not what people are mad about in this case.
Yeah, I'm curious about like obviously her PR team and her publicist and like just like the actual team that's behind her, because even from like a lyrical standpoint, the I think I've listened to it twice. And the one line that like just sits in my head is and I know this isn't what you wanted to hear. And it's just like stab twist, like, and it's very, I don't know. It feels kind of a little boring, but but the cynical aspect of this feels very like personal to the queer community. And it's like, I wonder if it were just herself without like a team of people making strategy around her about this, if it would have been this to this extreme. But like you said, this is kind of on brand for her to be kind of over the top. So
it's very on brand. She honestly is kind of a rage baiter at this point.
Rage baiter.
At this point, like this is the third, I think this will be the third album cycle in a row where she has just made a lot of people mad or hurt or both with her tactics. But I guess for me, you know, as someone who has and does in theory, I mean, I'm single, but has and does date men, I don't like change my entire identity based on the person that I'm dating. And that's the weird part. That's the part where it's like, oh my God, blink twice. Like, do you need, is this a choice, or have you been like abducted by the conservatives? Like, what is going on? You know? And it's that overhaul and purging of her queer identity in her aesthetic and lyrics and everything about it.
Do you know anything about her upbringing or personal? I just wonder.
There are rumors.
Okay.
There are rumors. So she's from New Jersey.
Rumored to be from New Jersey.
She's rumored to be from New Jersey. But the rumors are that her family is very Republican. I think there are rumors that she may be registered. I don't, you know, this is all anecdotal, but like, yeah, there's some stuff.
Yeah,
there's some
it sounds
stuff.
almost like a regression.
Yeah.
Like of being like feeling too exposed, then being like, no, actually, I want to fit in over here where I used to be.
Right. Where it's, yeah, because, right, I guess like we don't know, obviously, the dynamics that have been at play in her family and in her personal life. And maybe when things were going really great with her career as a sapphic artist, maybe things were really bad with her family. And now she's just like sliding back. Either way, that's really sad. I mean, that would be really unfortunate.
Yeah.
I want to know who her marketing team is. Do you know?
I don't know, but now I want to know too. Let me see if I can
see what her label is and kind of go from there.
Yeah, because it's all
Capitol Records. But is there, I guess that's
so
it.
What's the latest? Because I feel like this is very much a developing story. Every couple of days there's like, you know, where are we right now? People are still upset. Folks left and right. Joel and Fletcher and Billie
JoJo is Joelle.
Yeah.
Now,
when did that happen?
When she started dating a man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is that about? What is it with the government name being used when you start dating a man
and go by Courtney?
Well, honestly, I mean, you use the term regression in a different regard, but I was going to say that this feels like there's like this cis queer femme regression in present day that seems to be happening. And, you know, call me crazy, but to me, what it takes to being queer is not about aesthetic or who you're sleeping with, but it's like socio-political, and it's a whole framework and it's a way of life. And I think that this is the cracks. This is the crack in the foundation here of what is happening, and why I think a lot of why it's like really upsetting to a lot of people. Yeah. Because once again, you know, if you're centering men, this is gonna be problematic.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's another thing too, you know, the whole conversation of like Fletcher even being made to be the, you know, celebrity that she is. And the argument of like, she's just a pretty cis woman, white woman, you know, like, yeah, to your point, there's so much more to queerness, and we need to be more selective about who we choose to platform. There are so many queer artists that like deserve, like their music is frankly, probably objectively better. And they they don't look like Carrie Fletcher. So they, you know, they don't have the same renown.
Yeah, they don't carry the same weight or get the same exposure.
Right.
But if something is based on a whole lot of nothing, in this instance, I'm talking about looks and who you're sleeping with, then it will fall down, I think.
Another thing that has really gotten under people's skin, and rightfully so, is kind of her framing her sapphic relationships as sort of as chaotic and messy. And now what she's in with this man is peaceful and calm and easy. And it's like, girl, you were the one that created all the chaos. Like, she was the problem and created all this chaos in these past relationships. Mm-hmm. And it's such a slap in the face to then turn around and be like, ugh, I'm done with that. Mm-hmm. I'm done with I've matured and healed and healed into heteronormativity. Mm-hmm. It's like, what in the Christian, book? Like, I don't know.
And it feels personal as being part of the community. And also, like, we are feeding the machine right now. Right?
I know.
And the reason why I was excited for you and I and CB to kind of spar on this is because I would like to remind everybody, like you already said, this is very deliberate. Mm-hmm. This is very, timed and calculated, and she's got a team behind her of communication and marketing folks. And it is about listens and streams. Hats off, successful campaign so far.
They got people talking. And and that seems to be Fletcher's top goal. No matter what, for better or worse. I think she very much buys into there's no such thing as bad publicity. And also, at what point, yes, there's a marketing team behind her and there's marketing behind all this stuff, with any artist. But at what point is it the artist's responsibility to, how much accountability should they take, in any given PR cycle or marketing strategy, whatever, because it's still, it's her on the line. It's her image, her identity. And she's signing off on these choices, even if she didn't come up with them. So I think this episode is a great example of exactly what No Promo is all about, which is that there is marketing and branding, masterminding behind every cultural phenomenon, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And oftentimes it's just plowing through with no real regard for the implications or consequences for things. It's like this, with Fletcher, potentially opens up a completely new base of fanship for her, in spite of who she was before this and everything,
right?
Which is freaky when you think about it as well. But the thing that, again, for me, that bums me out the most is it's like those dudes that are just like, ha, see?
Yes.
And that's the moment that is so infuriating, and she just is just giving that away freely, and so are some of these other artists as well.
Yeah, I think I know.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I was going to say I think I know what you're referring to, but can you explain?
Why don't you say what you think I mean, since you haven't spoken much? No, because
people miss my voice.
Yes, I think so.
What I'm assuming you mean is the implication that any woman who dates a woman can be convinced otherwise.
Exactly.
You just haven't met the right man
yet.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating. Again, I just go back to my own personal experiences of I was in a serious long-term relationship with a man. My longest term was with a man. And I still was the tomboy or whatever you want to, however, I expressed myself with clothing. I guess I had a dress or two, but I wasn't a totally different person.
Yeah. And
that's where it's just weird to me. It's weird. That's where, again, it goes back to it's not about her being bi or pan, it's about everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first heard about this on TikTok, I was like, why do people care? Because I thought it was just a person is dating a man.
Yes.
It's whatever.
Yes.
But
right.
But what you're saying is crazy.
Yes. Right.
It's really wild.
Mm-hmm. It's really, and so my prediction is that the next album, maybe even this one, I don't know. The next album's going to be Christian music. Mm-hmm. I think she's going to go even further.
Maybe this is the real her. I wonder how much of it previously was marketing. Who knows?
She's going to win the Dove Awards, which is the large Christian music award show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
that's very possible.
That's a really juicy point, CB. And maybe we'll throw a poll up or something on Instagram. Yes. At No Promo Podcast.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Well, or just, do you think that the Sapphic era was, largely marketing? Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm always hesitant to...
Yeah.
I'm hesitant to do, but it is like a valid question in light of what she has chosen to do with her marketing.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
It's like, okay, then we get to ask that question.
I think so too. I think that that's fair.
So,
she's, again, doesn't have the choices that are being made do not give regard to the community or the folks that have been behind her and, supported her.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine to ask these kinds of questions. And that's what we should be doing. It's like, for a while there, certainly not recently, but for a long time, there weren't like a lot of options, but we have so many options now. So if you like a song and you're, seeing yourself starting to be interested in a particular artist, like find out what you can about them.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get your feelings hurt, if you don't want to be if you don't want to be part of that ecosystem, because this is what happens. Support those that if you consider yourself a queer person that is part of that socio-political, like that is participates in the larger framework of what it means to be queeringness of everything. Like, don't listen to Fletcher.
Right. Because even what Billie Eilish having a boyfriend, I don't care, because like Billie still looks like Billie and didn't change her style and didn't change everything about her. She's just dating a man and she's a bi woman.
She goes
or pan,
by William now. That's her legal name.
This just in.
She identifies as
Billie
a gay
Eilish
man
goes
now.
by William
Eilish.
Yes.
Yeah. But that, like, I don't know. I just felt like that was worth noting, that I don't feel that sense of like by Billie Eilish being with a guy, because she hasn't changed everything about her in that process. She's just, she happens to be dating a guy right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she just has more money than Fletcher.
she has more what?
She has more money than Fletcher.
Oh.
Doesn't need to.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for listening.
Yes, you can follow us on Instagram, by the way, in between episodes, at No Promo Podcast and at TGW Studio. And if you're listening to this, you can watch full episodes on YouTube, or if you're watching, you can listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and everywhere.
Just listen really close.
We're
and you'll hear
here. We're
us.
queer. Get used to it. Whitney, thank you for having your finger on the pulse today about this topic.
You're absolutely welcome. CB, thank you for being the lead.
Yeah, you're back
the lead.
Yeah.
You back me up every step of the way with this.
I forgot what I was to say. Oh, next episode will be a full episode. Just want to call that out.
Yeah.
Do we know which one? Or we don't know, but it'll be long.
Yeah.
But it'll be
a good one.
It'll be long. So put on your
Get ready.
comfy clothes or whatever.
Or stay in them.
Or stay in them if you're already in them.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Wait. Do you want to do the ventriloquist bye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye.